Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. So some pretty big news came out today on the Warhammer community website. They announced a couple of new box sets, but most importantly they shown off some new miniatures for the Primaris and the Death Guard. So let's jump in and let's take a look. So the first character we're going to look at is the Primaris Captain, and I've got to say, this guy looks absolutely amazing. I'm building a Black Templar army for those who don't know, and this chap is going to slide straight into my army. He fits perfect. Everything from his sword arm, reached out in front of him, challenging someone, just pointing his troops forward, ready to purge anyone who comes his way. His cape, his loincloth, all the little bits, all the little rope strapped across his body, his bolter in his other hand and stuff like that. His helmet, his crest on his helmet, his iron halo it looks like on his backpack. It just looks incredible. It absolutely looks incredible. This is what I wanted for the Primaris units, because I was saying to some friends the other day is that I personally feel that there isn't enough characters out there for the Primaris Marines. You know, I want chapter masters, I want chaplains, I want librarians, and we're going to speak about the librarian in a second, but these are the kind of things that I want in my army. I want stoic figures a part of my army, so your eyes directly go to some of these characters and think, wow, check that guy out, look at him in all his badass armor and stuff. So I'm very glad we're actually getting some of these units now coming out for the Primaris Marines. I'm very excited. Fingers are still crossed for a chapter master Primaris Marine. I'm super excited. Hopefully we'll get one of them. GW, if you're watching, you're listening, please give us a Primaris chapter master. That would send me overboard. So reading some of the information actually below the image as well, it says like the Primaris captain is a stoic, indomitable commander posed, urging his army forward. That's what we spoke about before, about pointing his sword forward. It's immediately clear that the captain is as much as a leader as he's a fighter, although the power sword and bolter imply masteries, both in ranged and close quarter combat. It goes on about that this model will fit in good with your intercessors and hellblasters and all that kind of stuff. But one of the really cool things is we get all the way to the bottom. It says you'll be able to paint and personalize your Primaris captain to match. This kit also has options for different heads, weapons, allowing for even greater customization. So that for me jumps out the box straight away, because I've actually been planning, I actually want to make an Emperor's Champion Primaris Marine for my Black Templars. I know it doesn't really go with the lore, but for the rule of cool, I want to do it. And I think this chap here now is the perfect model for me to try and achieve that. He's got the sword. Of course, it says we've got greater customization, so I wonder if we can even have maybe like a two-handed sword or a two-handed weapon I can kit bash different heads and stuff. So this model is definitely a must buy for me, and I'm super looking forward to when it actually comes out in the actual GW store. And moving on, we have the gorgeous looking, absolutely gorgeous looking Librarian. Now this guy makes me sad and excited both at the same time. I'm sad because I'm making a Black Templar force and I can't use this guy because Black Templars hate Librarians. We hate the Witch. We want to burn them all. We want to purge them all. So this guy will not have a place in my army, sadly. Maybe I can do like a little small force, maybe of Imperial Fist or Crimson Fist, or maybe Hammers of Dawn, something cool like that, and add this guy in later on. But at the moment, I don't think I'll be getting this guy. But oh, the model looks incredible. The cloaks, all the little wires on him, the little keychains, the locks hanging down. His sword, look at his sword. His sword looks amazing. His face, the psychic hood, incredible. And I love that pose where the actual librarians have their hands pointed out like they're about to zap someone to death and actually kill him. Yeah, really cool. Like I said before, I'm so thankful we're actually getting characters now with these Primaris Marines, because stuff like this simply blows me away. GW is knocking it out the park for me at the moment. They're doing a fantastic job. Just like the captain model, some of the information down below, it does say that you can actually customize this guy, not with weapons sadly, but it does say that you can even have the librarian with a bare-headed or with a custom helmed linked to his psychic hood. It also goes into details to say, like the captain, you're free to customize the librarian to suit any chapter you like, barring the Black Templars, who refuse to tarry with any such foul sorcerer. So there we go, guys. Even GW says Valrak back the hell off. So I can't have this guy in my my Black Templar force as of now. And the final unit we're going to be looking at now are called Reavers. Now, I'm hoping I'm pronouncing that right. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But these chaps, I actually mentioned these chaps in a review of the Dark Imperium book. I think it was about 2 weeks ago now, with Gilliman. It was the big book that came out, along with all the Primaris stuff that came out and stuff. And these guys were featured in the book. These chaps and a new Devastator Squad unit, which basically had like flamers and rockets and stuff like that, and also a brand new flyer which made the Thunderhawk look like a toy. That's what he basically said it by quote. You know, it was that big. So these chaps now, they've come from book now to tabletop. So I'm wondering, I am wondering now if that we're actually going to see the Devastators, which I definitely think we'll see. But the big thing is that will we see the flyer, the actual Overlord, which was in the book, which, like I said, made the Thunderhawk look like a toy. So if they do bring it out, this is going to be a massive kit, and I wonder if this was the kit that a lot of people were speaking about when they said, "Oh no, we're definitely getting a plastic Thunderhawk." I wonder if people were confused with this Overlord kit. Who knows? Maybe, maybe not. But I would love a Primaris flyer. I'm going to hold my hands up. I would love an air transport unit for my Primaris Marines. These chaps themselves look, again, I think I love them. I love the lightweight armor and stuff they have. The skull helmets, the bolt pistols, which are suppressed bolt pistols, by the way. So the bolt pistols are suppressed. These guys, it says here that they're there for like a kind of sneaky combat and stuff, but they're there to bring terror onto the battlefield and stuff. So really, do you know what? Actually, the paint scheme now actually makes them look a bit like Night Lords. So I am getting a kind of like a Night Lords vibe of them. You know, they're there to bring terror, death, and destruction from the shadows and just butcher anyone around and stuff. So I'm really, really hyped to see these chaps' rules on the battlefield and how you can deploy them and stuff. It does say in the information that the rules will come with these chaps actually in the box. The rumour is at the moment that in July we're going to be getting a Primaris Codex. That is just, you know, what I've heard through the grapevine. That is not confirmed or anything. I've just heard that we may be getting a Primaris Codex. That's got to be the first Codex to come out with this new 8th edition, and that should be coming out in July, along with the hover tank and the new Primaris Dreadnought as well, for people who haven't saw them. I'll put them up on the screen now and stuff. But yeah, let's move on, because now we're going to look at something very, very heretical. It's the Nurgle stuff. So let's move on to that. And here we have the Plague Marines. Now, I'm sure everyone knows my feelings on these chaps already. I personally think that the Plague stuff that came out with the Dark Imperium box set, and just looking at these guys now, are definitely the best kits that I've ever seen GW do. Just the way they look absolutely fantastic. Like, just all the little bits on them, like all the Nurgly bits, that are the hands, that chest with all its teeth and stuff like that. It looks fantastic, and even they've gone into detail to do some of the stuff where if you can see the bat guy on the far left. Now, if you go to a set called the Destroyers over on Forge World, they actually use these guns, so you can actually see where the bridging, the Horus Heresy stuff, and the 40k stuff, like these guys are obviously fallen from the Horus Heresy, and they've carried on, you know, in Nurgle's name and stuff like that. So they are bridging those two stories now with all these new Marines. And again, I love it. I think it looks absolutely fantastic. I love all this kind of stuff. Really, really well done. The models look fantastic. For people who are Nurgle fans, for people who are Chaos fans, I'm sure you guys are putting your thumbs up to this, because it is super, super impressive stuff. Fantastic, fantastic stuff. I'm finishing off with the actual new units for Nurgle. We have some easy to build Poxwalkers. Now, if you've got a Dark Imperium box set, you'll probably know that you get Poxwalkers in that, but they're also releasing these new guys to actually go along with them. These guys you can see are a bit different from the Dark Imperium stuff, but again, fantastic models. I love them all. I love all like the little mutations and stuff. I know in my last video I mentioned that I prefer my demons and stuff to look a bit more angry and villainy and stuff like that, and I know a lot of people were saying, yeah, but Nurgle is all about smiling and they love it all. Yeah, I completely understand that. I love my chaps to look evil, and I know obviously Nurgle is all about smiles and spreading the plague, and it's all about that plague love. But hey, I've got to say, I like my guys to look a bit angry. But hey, that's just me. But again, fantastic models, fantastic stuff. great job, GW. I'm sure, like I said before, about just like the Plague Marines, if you've got a Nurgle army, these guys are going to slide right in, and you're going to be loving this as much as I'm loving it, and I'm a bloody loyalist, so I'm sure you guys are loving it more than me. Right, let's move on and let's look at a new book that's coming out and a couple of the new box sets that is also coming out. So firstly, let's take a look at the new book, Getting Started with Warhammer 40k. Collect, build, paint, and play. This basically is for the new people who are getting into the hobby, for people who are veterans, like, well, I say I'm a veteran, you know, for people who know the game and know the stuff. I don't think this really applies to us. This is for getting actual new people in. It's a 103-page guidebook. It gives some stuff like the overview of the 41st millennium, how the game works, the different armies you can collect, all that kind of stuff. It's just a nice way to get someone into the hobby and get them into the actual game, you know, and just a nice easy way to get them in, instead of saying, right, here's a massive rule book with like 50 pages of lore, you better read that lore or you're not invited to any events and stuff like that. You know, this is just a nice way to just ease these chaps into the game and get them spending their glorious money on the hobby. So yeah, good job GW with that as well. Really interesting, the way GW are actually going ahead these days. It's very good. I know a lot of people saying I love how the new GW is. I love how the new GW is. They're doing a fantastic job. Everything from the social media to the interaction with the community on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch. They've got the Twitch shows going and stuff now. They're doing a wonderful job, and I'm really excited where GW is heading at the moment. Okay, so the first box set, this is one of two box sets. The first one is called First Strike. So it says here, First Strike is a great box set for both new and experienced players of Warhammer 40,000. For the new players, there's everything you need in the box to start playing, including miniatures, rules, a guidebook taking you through the series of handy scenarios to teach you how to play. There's a double-sided gaming mat in the box. You can probably see that in the picture now, but that's made out of cardboard. That's not made out of cloth or anything like that. That's actually a cardboard stuff. You can see some of the models in there. Not a lot of models, but enough models if you're actually starting and just getting into the hobby for you to handle, to maybe play with some friends and stuff like that. But again, this again is a very good way of getting new people into the hobby. You know, you're not getting overloaded with information or overloaded with loads of models to paint. You can actually see there's 6 Primaris models, there's 3 Plague Marines, and there is some of the a unit of Poxwalkers in there. That's not a lot to paint if you're just starting out. For someone who's probably got to get the Dark Imperium box set like myself, and you know, there's quite a lot of units in there, this is just a nice easy way of getting people into the hobby, getting the rules over to them, and just easing them in slowly, because I think one of the things that I see from people who are getting into the hobby, well, in the old days, and this included myself in some ways, is that I bought a box set, but there was simply too much in the box set for me to do, and I just ended up just putting it to one side and just doing something else, and I just never got back into it. So I like how they're putting these box sets out, and hopefully it will come out with a nice price as well, because I think the price is one of the big things these days. Now, they did a fantastic price with the Dark Imperium box set, so if they do the price to match this box set as well, I think they'll grab an actual bunch of new players to get into the hobby and start playing around with this all new 8th edition and Dark Imperium stuff. And the second box set you can see here is called No Fear. I wonder where they got that from. Of course, it's the Ultramarines. Now, this one says here it's more of a comprehensive start containing full armies for the Death Guard and the Primaris Marines, as well as getting a patrol detachment worth of miniatures for each side. You can actually see in the pictures there, you know, you do get a bunch more miniatures. You get the captain, not the new captain, the captain in the Gravius armor, if I'm not mistaken, and that new Nurgle in the Terminator armor that came in the Dark Imperium box set. You get some Plague Marines, some Poxwalkers, and you know, you can see it all there. You get the drone and stuff like that in the picture. So this is from people who are already into the hobby and want to start maybe a Nurgle or a new Primaris army. You get a nice big chunk of figures to jump in and start purging with. Yeah, so yeah, it's very nice. One thing it does say down here, actually, and I forgot to mention this, is that all these kits are easy to build kits at the moment. So that is where it's all like, you know, you can click them in. All the shoulder pads are attached to the arms and stuff like that. Because a lot of people don't know that. Like I had some friends who actually got the Dark Imperium box set, and they thought that all the shoulder pads came not attached and stuff. And when they did come, they were like, "Oh crap, this is, you know, I wanted to add personal shoulder pads and stuff, and I just said, well, maybe they'll be coming out at a later date, but as of now, this is all easy to build kits where it's all like clicking and stuff like that. But yeah, it's looking very, very good. It also goes into detail here, and it does say we can expect to see the Primaris Librarian and Primaris Captain available for pre-order next weekend. Now, if I just click on my calendar here, so next weekend is going to be the 1st of July. So that's what I'm going to be sat at my computer for, waiting for them to come up, because I'm going to pre-order all those new miniatures and stuff like that. Hopefully they'll come before the 17th of July when I go away on vacation, so I can get them painted up and stuff like that. But all in all, fantastic update. This came out of nowhere, really made my Sunday evening. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope you've enjoyed the information. Please let me know what you think about all these new miniatures and all the new information that's come out. If you want to go and read it for yourself, there is a link in the description. Go and click on that and head over there and give them, you know, a nice like on Facebook or something like that, because for me, GW is doing a fantastic job, and yeah, they've done an amazing job. So I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching, and I shall see you all very, very soon. See you now, chaps, and bye bye.